Hi, this is a quick update, but something that I think is really important. I was already planning to do a post this week on unemployment and people losing their jobs because that is very topical. It is happening to many people I know, if not already laid off, threatening being laid off. And then obviously, we know just through news that if it's not happening to someone you already know, it is happening to a lot of people right now in the country. But it's even more topical because my husband lost his job yesterday. And as you guys know, I was laid off last year. And while I take very empowering views, my husband too, around like what the next phase looks like, it does not mean that life does not get incredibly hard, um, while we're going through it and figuring out our way forward. And so, especially in light of health insurance and me having a very serious chronic disease and a child and life, this is life being life, and life as we know it today for everyone is hard, or I should say for the vast probably 99% of us, it is really hard right now. And if it is for you, I trust me, my heart goes out. But I was already planning a topic on this just because I think it's so important talking about resilience. So often I talk about the ways we get through tough times, different thoughts I can share with people around how to look at something differently, how to bring in different tools, different point of view, something that gets us through life's hardest moments. Goodness knows I've been through many on my own. As you know, multiple sclerosis, IVF, losing my job, and really, chief has been debilitating anxiety at many points in my life. And that, has helped me, working with anxiety has helped me work with my mind, has helped me shift things and how I look at stressful situations. And then that has helped set me up for being able to get through so much. Because life just seems to keep, throwing things our way. But what I don't often talk about here, but I think is just exceptionally important right now, is really what is resilience and why is it important? Resilience is not mental toughness. I see that a lot, and I really want to say it is not that. Um, I think it's a misconception. Truly, from what I have seen, just research wise, it is very plainly our ability to physiologically get through tough times. That means our mind and body can keep functioning through a very difficult moment. And here in this newsletter, I often talk about how we get through that, those ways to get through those moments. What I don't often talk about, but I think is very important to address, is what it looks like when we don't. It looks like an anxiety attack, a panic attack. It looks like a hard moment becoming a traumatic moment that we have to unravel for years. It looks like substance abuse as a way to numb the pain, and maybe backsliding if we're addicts. And it can look like suicide. The final block in getting through something hard is to stop moving forward completely. These things are real. They are real in everyone's life. Not even if it's not yours personally, I don't think there's anyone here in this community who doesn't know someone for whom that these moments have stalled us out. For me personally, it was anxiety. Very early on in my 20s, I had debilitating anxiety. I had to quit my first job because I was doing too much and not realizing it. Physically working 100 hours a week. And physically, I could not keep doing that. but mentally things got scrambled because I was a young person with a not fully formed brain. That's when you're 23, you're not all there yet as a developed human. And I learned some things from that. Not everything, but I learned some things that the next time something happened in my life, I learned better how to navigate it. And at each step, I put into practice a little bit more from the hard shit that comes up. About 10 years after that, I was an entrepreneur, had debilitating anxiety again, had to figure out a way to keep going, started to work with meditation and really a key sort of philosophy around shifting how I was perceiving something, realizing that my mind would tell me one thing and that maybe it wasn't always that bad. And so I had to have a very dedicated practice to be able to keep going. And then a year later, I was diagnosed with MS. And I needed that mental practice to get me through those worst moments, being told that my life would be forever changed. Obviously, since then, had multiple miscarriages, went through IVF, many, stressful moments there. Thankfully, I have a daughter, and I know the outcome isn't always that for others. And then, here we are at another hard time. But I just want to talk about this because I want us to know how vitally important it is to know that we can keep going. Life is hard, but we can keep going. Whoever needs to hear this, whoever is feeling like they would prefer to numb the pain with drugs instead of knowing that something great could still be out there, I want you to know that. If anyone considering anything more serious, it is imperative to know it can get better, and it does. And I know things are painful and hard and difficult, and we don't have all the answers. But that beautiful part of resilience that I will always, always talk about is that to get through hard times, we need others. We have to call on others. We have to know that even if we can't do it, we can do it. It is not about thinking we always have all the answers available. It's knowing they are somewhere and we can get there. It's not about being mentally tough. I think resilience is knowing that you can let yourself stop and breathe without feeling like you will fall down a dark, dark hole. And I have been on that edge of that hole and in that hole before, and it is disorienting. But there is a rope out. You can find it. So this is my moment that I felt was really important because the ground beneath us feels like it is moving in ways we can't predict. And I want safety and security for everyone. And in the absence of that, from the security of jobs, from the security of finances, like everything is hard right now. And if those pieces that we used to rely on aren't there, we can find a new way to ground ourselves and keep moving and keep going. I hope you believe in that. And I hope that you stay here in this community. And I hope we can build a community around talking about how fucking hard it is, but how we keep going. Thank you.